Hi, this is Chrissy with Nola Mermaid from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I am here today to do a silicone tail review on my Mernation tail that I got about 2 months ago. I've swam heavily in it for the past 2 months, doing lots of parties and just gatherings and whatever people want a mermaid for. I've swam in different types of pools. My own pool is a Nature 2 system, which is a very, very low chlorine. I swam in heavily chlorinated pools. I've swam in some saltwater pools, and the tail is held up beautifully. I baby the devil out of this tail, though. I do a lot of cleaning and a lot of maintenance for it afterwards. I highly love my tail a lot. So yeah, I got a silicone tail from Mernation about 2 months ago, and in the fluke I have a trainer monofin, which has been very interesting. Since it's my first fin, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew I wanted a stiffer fluke, so I wanted a lot of power. This fluke definitely does give me a lot of power. I do move through the water very fast. I have to remind myself with the children that I have to slow down because they can't keep up with me, but they think it's really fun to try to keep up with me anyway. But I really like it. It does make for a very stiff fluke. It is heavy. There's no joke. Its tail's probably around 30-35 pounds. Carrying it is not easy. My husband and I have figured out a routine of different little things, which has been a lot of fun. But the paint is held up. The dorsal is really still well in there. It's not coming out at all. The fluke, everything besides normal wear and tear of scraping on the bottom of a pool is the only thing that's really wrong. I also measured, when I measured the tail, I measured it to be 2 inches higher. So when they made the tail, they made it to my measurements, but Michael added another 2 inches. So when I got the tail, it was pretty high on my waist, so I've been cutting scales back one layer by one layer until I like the result that I get. And I really like Blaze's Finfolk tail, how they made the V in the front by the belly. So I've been slowly scaling down the tail to make a V in the front, which looks really, really awesome. So I like that, but like Michael said, make sure you take one scale at a time because they don't grow back. Hi puppies. Bowie's going to share an alligator with us today. So, with further ado, I'm going to take the camera down and show y'all some of the little details of my tail wear and tear. Okay, so now we're back. So, here's my tail. Once again, I keep telling y'all that it shows up blue. It's really not. It's more of a greenish aqua color. But yeah, here I've taken a lot of scales away. As you can see, I'll show y'all. This is one of the rows of scales that I've taken down. This was the first row, so I took it 2. And then I think I've taken another extra 2 down from there. But as you can see, it leaves it. You know, I ended up making it with instead of straight across, I cut it to the scales, which makes it to where the paint, as you can see, the paint is the color of the silicone underneath, which I know some people don't like the way that looks. I don't mind. I wear a belt over it so you don't really notice it. But I can get the paint, I'm sure, and just touch that up. That's just me, whatever. The dorsal is very, very attached. I think since it's so tattered, even if it got a tear in it somewhere, and I have a lot of kids that pull on this. They love to yank on it. They think it's great. So thank you, Mernation, for making that, like, super in there. But yeah, since it's still in there, if it has a tear, I wouldn't be able to tell you for the life of me because it's so tattered. Okay, on to the fluke. Okay. Here you go. Here's an example. See, like here and right there. I'll zoom in so you can see. Like, yeah. This I expect to happen. I scrape along the bottom of pools, and unfortunately, you know, pools aren't deep. I'm in 3-foot pools half the time. As many mermaids know, this is just normal wear and tear. But yeah, you see it happens all along here and here a lot. I mean, it's just the way it is, especially like right down there. It's, you know, you're flipping around, you're moving around, you're trying not to scrape the tail. But yeah, you can see like where the discoloration is, like where it's supposed to be this dark purple, and it's kind of like this lighter purplish under here. It just happens. I mean, it's wear and tear. I'm scraping against walls, and I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. That's the way it's gonna be. So yeah, tail's looking good. I keep it propped open after I dry it and everything with a noodle that's got a hole in it, so it keeps it really aired out. It's very well reinforced. It's, you know, still the seams look great. There's no ripping, there's no tearing, there's no problems anywhere that I can find. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over real quick. Hold on. Okay. I flipped it over. As you can see, I've taken several scales down and made the V in the front right here. If you're going to do it, just do it carefully if you're going to do it at all. But yeah, it's still really in great shape. Well, you know, down to the fluke. You know, just the typical paint coming off because, you know, I scrape against everything. It's just the way it is. A little bit right there. Sorry about the dog hair, it's everywhere. But yeah, just, you know, it happens. Part of the deal. But it doesn't really bother me because it's just paint. I can touch that up, no problem. Sorry, they're dog hair. 2 Pomeranians. So yeah. This might be one of the worst spots. But like I said, it's paint. I can touch that up, whatever. Kids don't notice it. They're too interested in the sheer fact that there's a mermaid in front of them, and that's what makes it awesome. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, you know. Let's see, I can see the reinforcement of the dorsal. Yeah. So that's my tail after 2 months of a lot of swimming in it and wear and tear, and I'm happy. So that's my review. I'm very happy with it overall. This is Zulu. Zulu says hi. Hi. I'm very happy with the tail overall. I love it. It's, you know, it's a silicone tail. It's not easy to get in. I've learned how to roll it down to get in it. Like I said before, I baby the tail to death, so when I'm done swimming and anything, I hose it out, I, you know, wash it really well, I soak it in baking soda and water, I store it, you know, I hang it up on I have a big drying rack right there that's awesome that my husband built for me, and then I put a fan underneath it and let it all dry, and then I roll it down, and I clean out the front pockets really well. Hush puppies, okay, hush puppies. And once it's dry and cleaned out really well, I unroll it and store it, and it sits in this room with no problem. Stop. So yeah, that's my tail review, and I absolutely love it, and thank you, Mernation, once again, and I hope to work with y'all very soon. I've got a couple designs I'm working on right now. So, I look forward to talking to y'all soon, and thank y'all much. But yay. Nola Mermaid signing out. Talk to y'all later. Bye.